the framework for our representative democracy. Their work established a system of government with 3 separate branches, a government whose leaders were to be accountable to the people through a carefully constructed system of checks and balances. The responsibility of Congress to oversee the executive branch is fundamental to our constitutional system. That responsibility is on display whenever the Senate performs its explicit constitutional advice and consent role, or whenever Congress holds hearings on particular policy matters. This oversight ensures the accountability and transparency our founding fathers envisioned, and it is that oversight obligation which brings us here today. The proliferation of czars diminishes the ability of Congress to conduct its oversight responsibilities and to hold officials accountable for their actions. These czars can create confusion about which officials are responsible for various policy decisions. They can duplicate or dilute the statutory authority and responsibilities that Congress has conferred on cabinet officials and other senior executive branch officials. I want to give the panel an actual example of a czar position that I think is very troubling. In 2007, this committee wrote legislation that became law that created within the executive office of the president a Senate-confirmed position to be coordinator for the prevention of weapons of mass destruction. And the coordinator's role, which is defined in this law, says that this individual should serve as the principal advisor to the president on all matters relating to the prevention of weapons of mass destruction, proliferation, and terrorism. And again, I'm going to stress, this was to be a Senate-confirmed coordinator located within the executive office of the president. Now, neither President Bush nor President Obama ever filled this statutorily created position, but both of them created and filled a White House policy czar for weapons of mass destruction. That individual, the WMD czar, has exactly the same functions that were set forth in the law that the chairman and I wrote. And to me, this is a prime example of the president, both presidents, this isn't a partisan issue, both presidents appointing a White House policy czar, which completely circumvents a statutorily Senate-confirmed position created by Congress. So I'd like to get your reaction to this, because to me, this is a prime example of what troubles me.